We are live action. Here we go. What's going, Don Jens, Casey Kiefer here. Another episode of the HUMANIMal podcast, and we got some pretty exciting things to talk about today.
Very exciting.
Joining me here on this one, we're going to have myself. We got AB, we got Keegan, and we got Cody. So we got a little bit of revolutionary news for everyone. Now, if you're listening to this down the line, it's not going to be revolutionary, but for today it is. Let's just say it is.
Today it is. And if you guys hear any background noise, we are in a pole barn recording here on a Saturday, and we've got kids around, so
yeah,
on a ping pong table.
On a ping pong table.
Yeah, we're Saturday, April 10th.
Yep.
Closing in on turkey season 2021. But in the meantime, we're having a 989 Gobbler Club permissions party. So try to knock this podcast out before we do the permissions party. So let's cut right to the chase. Let's get to the most exciting news of the day. I think we should let Cody unveil this because out of all of us, I think Cody put in the most time. So Cody, you want to go ahead and share with the world?
For sure. The HUMANIMal website is now finally live. It is up and available, and it's super exciting for us. It's been a long time in the making. It's just been a long time, but we finally were able to get it done and up. So that is the exciting news we're announcing.
It took a village to lift this thing because it's not your normal website, right?
I wouldn't even call it a website.
No.
It's just on the
true.
World Wide Web.
Yeah, it's not a website, but
Yeah.
for everybody here, you'll know it as a website.
So you probably, in the midst of that somewhere, should have given the address.
www.iamhumanimal.com.
There you go.
I'm not even referring it to as a website. It is a content hub that it just happens to be on the interwebs.
Yeah.
That's it.
On the interweb machine.
I'm sweating so bad right
Yeah.
now.
Well, you're out there jamming around like you're Dikembe Mutombo, for God's sake.
And to that point, Content Hub, it's not just video. It's not us
No.
taking all past episodes and videos like, most of the stuff that's out there and throwing it up. This is way more in depth with different types of media as well.
For sure.
So here's the thing for me that I think is most exciting. So you go to iamhumanimal.com. We got a couple things going on. We got the stories, right? That's what we're calling stories. So this place is Story Central. We are no longer held down by the constraints of 22 minutes and 30 seconds of television time. So we can go in-depth and as behind the scenes as we want, which we have done on the stories that are up there right now. We've gone ahead and launched with 4 stories. We've got Aaron shot that dink in Iowa called the Great Hambino, so he's up there. Searching for Sundown, the origin story, which is our kind of product-centric stories. That is the origin story, birth of the 6.8 Western, and then AB's 1 Acre Project here in Michigan.
Yeah, and honestly, probably my favorite story could be the origin story, the 6.8, the birth of the 6.8.
Yeah.
It's not just, obviously it's product focused, but you're going to get there's 2 hunts in it. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of behind the scenes, these guys were talking to rocket scientists, I love that story.
Well, that's the goal, too, is with these stories, like Casey said, we're not confined to the 22 minutes. Even on YouTube, it's just a video that we can stand there talking. So a lot of the stuff that you guys will see on TV or YouTube in the past, we just dive deeper of what actually happened, and you get that behind-the-scenes feel and look from everybody who's involved, actually getting into our minds of what happened in that certain situation. So
But we're diving deeper in different ways. You can tell them about the ways they can actually consume the content. So we've got the video stuff, right?
Video, there's written blogs, there's going to be vlogs, podcasts for each one of them. There's different, either recipes or products that are tied to the situation, the story, the hunt.
Yeah.
One thing I think you should touch on too, though, when you say it's product focused, it's not like it's about that product, I guess, right? It's it's bringing a product to market, so it's not selling a product. It's how a product came to be.
Great point.
Which is really
we're
cool.
not jamming product down your throat to say go buy this. We're actually telling the story of how we brought that to market with the manufacturer.
Which is really cool.
There's definitely no Billy Mays here. You know what I mean? We're trying to steer clear of that. The ShamWow or the slap chop. No, we're definitely not doing that. I think one of the things that we've done behind the scenes for years, we're going on 15 years now, that a lot of people don't realize is we have our hand in product design with a lot of companies. We have our hand in marketing and branding and bringing an actual product to market. So that's really what the origin stories are, is kind of our involvement with these companies and how they actually seek to do something different and bring a product out that's going to change the game and make a difference.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
which is awesome.
That's kind of the focus of the origin story, especially the 6-8 Western one, because to Aaron's point, we got 2 full hunts in there. We got a mule deer in Utah. We got an elk in Colorado.
A velvet mule deer in November.
Yeah, go figure. Velvet muley in November. Only to Chris that would happen.
Yeah.
I mean, for some reason, only to Chris. I just can't express how excited I am from the entire stories here. And here's the other thing about the stories I think I want everybody to know. Some of them are going to be self-contained. So some of them, like the Hambino, right?
Yep.
That is a trip in Iowa that has a beginning, a middle, and an end, and that's a kind of a finite, that's a wrap.
Yep.
Other stories like Illinois and the 1 Acre Project, these are stories that are going to be ongoing year after year after year after year.
Maybe forever.
For sure, and that's the most exciting part now is, it took a village, we got this live, but we're not done. Like, these stories are already on there. We're going to continue to add to those in the 1 Acre, Illinois, Ohio. All these ones will be real time as we're in the field. Those are continuing throughout the year. And then once the season ends, next year we'll start again. New project, new initiative, and we just keep going. So
that real time is key.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the fun part for me is now we're finally able to get in the field and start launching some of these other ones.
Right. I mean, if I go to the 1 Acre and let's just talk hinge cutting. If I go do a hinge cut video, within 2 days of me doing that hinge cut, it'll be up. The story, whether it's blog, video, whatever it is, it's going to be up. And the thing I like about the written word stuff is it's all perspective. I mean, most of it. So like Hambino stuff, when you read that, that is me. That's me talking. When it's sundown, Casey was really involved in that. That's Casey, and you're going to hear, it's not just somebody it's not me spitting words to somebody and they're putting their own spin on it. It's me talking. So you're going to see a lot of grammar issues. You're going to see
opinions.
I am not a writer.
You and I double check those just to make sure we're good.
I am the king of run-ons.
Hey, when all else fails, use a ... That's how I roll.
My favorite was reading one of those that you did and sent over, and it was like, so, point, ...
Yeah.
So, point, ... There was like 10 so's in there. I was like, he's actually writing this like he's talking. This is perfect.
And I don't know, that's just the way I puke on paper, I guess.
Got to do it. So, the stories, again, just to kind of sum those up, a lot of entertainment. Some of the articles are fully educational. We do have a lot of stuff in there that's going to be educational from an article perspective. But we've got, long-form video, episodic type video, short-form, snackable, you name it. We literally have all types of video throughout these stories. And they're just entertaining as hell. And then we tie podcasts in certain areas where stuff works. So we're super excited for people to consume that. But I think probably what I might be more excited about it is we haven't launched it live yet. We're still working on it in the background, but that is the Humanimal U.
Yeah,
right?
This is going to be fun.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be really fun. So just a quick overview on what the Humanimal U is going to be. That is a portion of the website that you will be able to go to as a hunter or an outdoors man or woman or whatever.
Or fisher.
Fisherman,
yeah, I mean, anything.
Yeah, eventually we're going to get into the fishing side, and you are going to be able to get into in-depth learning on demand. This is not a YouTube video. This is not a hack. This is not a tip or a trick. This is literally chaptered out, step-by-step, in-depth learning in all kinds of different areas. So we're going to start from the experts in category. We like to think we know a lot about a lot here just from our experience over the years, but we don't know everything by any means, and we're not experts in everything. So we're not scared to reach out and find the experts in space to bring those people into Humanimal U so that we can help get more people involved. We're going to start at base level on a lot of this stuff and try to eliminate some of those barriers to entry for people. And, it's all about learning. Humanimal U is there to learn, right? We're starting at the habitat level because that's kind of low-hanging fruit. We're in the middle of that right now in that time of year. And we're going to build out that habitat side, but it is, like I said, chapter by chapter, in-depth and on-demand. So I'm jacked for that because we're going to get into stuff that I want to learn about that I don't know about, right?
Exactly. That's what I mean by the fun part is, and to you guys' point, we're reaching out to the real experts and, professionals in their craft that we aren't. So it's going to be fun actually learning from these people and seeing what they do and how they do it.
Right, and we owe that to all you guys listening and watching our content. I mean, we're not just going to sit up there on our soapbox talking about things that we don't really know a lot about. We're going to go find that person or people, and we're going to tell their story and have them. We owe that to you guys, and we don't want to be phonies. We don't want to act
it's
like we know
vetted
it.
education.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Find the expert, go to class.
Yeah.
And it's legit.
Yeah, like one we're looking at right now is kind of the long range shooting one, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, here's the deal. I feel comfortable teaching someone how to shoot up to 400, 500 yards. I'm more than capable of doing that. More than comfortable teaching somebody how to do that. You start talking, you're sending a mail to 1,000. I'm not your guy. Like I'm going to sit there right next to you and learn. So we're talking with Leupold about bringing that long-range optics course to Humanimal U and all these different things. It's not just us. So, again, it's more of a chance for us to learn as much as it is for everybody else to learn. So super pumped to get that out there. Not sure on the timing of that, but know that we are marching down that path right now. We are in production on some stuff, and we'll be cranking it out just as quickly as we can, right?
Yeah. Did you guys mention the shop where we can buy and everything as well?
No,
no. So that's something we're working on as well. I mean, merchandise, swag, Humanimal stuff, anything like that. I don't know if you guys want to touch. Keegan, you've been doing a little more, and Cody. That's okay, Cody. He's been doing a little more on that.
That's Cody's world.
No,
Keegan just goes, no.
Yeah.
1 second.
Shop's coming. Obviously, brand new Humanimal apparel. We're working on a couple different things to bring some cool designs. We love cool shit, so we're trying to make it the best we possibly can. But it's not us just taking our logo, throwing it on a shirt, putting it up there, saying, "Hey, buy this." Like, we want to bring these to you in different ways and fun ways of how we can do that. So we might, involve the audience and you guys in picking designs that you want to see. So we're going to be reaching out and involving our fan base and people who follow us to get what we actually want and what everyone will wear. So it's going to be a fun process too. That's a little further down the path, so hopefully that's coming out here sooner than later. A couple things we got to tweak and we'll be ready to go.
One of the other things from an e-com perspective that we've talked about, and that Cody's actually marching down this path, and I think it's exciting because hats and hoodies and shirts, and I mean, that's all cool and great stuff. Like Cody said, we all love cool shit. But we're actually marching down the path right now, talking to some of these guys that are literally artisans in their craft, right? Mm-hmm. Whether they're making, badass hatchets or knives or forging their own stuff. So we're talking with some of these people to start to be able to bring our audience unique gear.
For sure.
In that vein, limited quantity runs, certain stuff that is high quality,
and nothing
handmade.
Chintzy. Yeah, high quality. Like this is good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it might be $180 for a knife, but it'll be the last one you need to buy.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's the kind of stuff that we're looking at, because I think as we go into the creation of this, one of the things that Cody and I talk about all the time is the very first question we have to ask ourselves is, would I use it or would I wear it?
Yes.
And if
we owe that to everybody as well.
That's right. And if the answer is no, then guess what? It ain't happening.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, pretty much our benchmark is if we see something, say, that's badass, then it's good enough.
Throw your wallet across the table. And
yeah, exactly. So that'll be fun. There are some other things in the works, too, for a different variety that we can add.
Before we wrap this up, I mean, I guess you kind of Humanimal use your favorite part of the website.
Yeah, I think Humanimal.
Website. It's not a website.
It's not a website. Content, Story Central.
Yes.
Humanimal U for me is super exciting. Again, I think selfishly because I'm looking to dive in with some of these experts and further my skill set in the field.
For sure.
And the important part about that is we're going to do tactics. We're going to do anything that has to involve the hunt, so shooting, long-range shooting, archery, tuning your bow. I mean, we're going to get into all kinds of different categories. So there's a lot of stuff in there that, I haven't taken the time to learn or perfect or experience over the years. So selfishly, for me, Humanimal U is going to be badass.
Keegan, what do you got?
I would have to go with that, but to be a little different, I'm going to just say that you can go, it's like a never-ending loop. From story
You'll
to
get lost in it,
blog to whatever it is, and then blatant little tie-in plug here, but we're seeing a bunch of people sign up for emails and stuff too. So it's like, if somebody comes to the website and you don't see something or you want to know, about a piece of information, tell us that.
Yep.
We'll get somebody on it.
Right. We're open to all that stuff.
Whether we write it or reach out to the expert, like,
Yeah.
People want to know it. We can get it up there and quick too now, which is awesome.
And the newsletter sign up for anybody that's listening. So you're going to get hit with a newsletter sign up as soon as you come to the website. And that's purposeful on our part because that is mission critical as we go forward to be able to tell these stories, because we're going to be releasing content so frequently.
Yes.
Yep.
We need a way to communicate with everybody out there that, hey, we got this story has an addition. Yeah. There's new content on the 1 acre story today. New content here. New Humanimal U is up. New chapter here. So that's mission critical. It's not not because we're, trying to be a pest or annoying.
Bother you.
Yeah, I'm not trying to annoy anybody or piss them off, but it is our line of communication directly with people to tell them that we've got new content on the site.
And it's our suggestion box. I mean, you guys can hit us up, like Cody said, on anything.
Yep.
We want to hear from everybody,
And to that point, so we do have a portion of the website that is going to basically be designated to, are you a storyteller?
Yep.
Are you a creator? Because if you are, and you have a cool-ass story that you think you can tell, hit us up, and we will vet it out, and we'll talk about what does it look like to get that story over on the Humanimal side. So, I mean, we are a small team here. We can only do as much as we can do. We spend enough time in the field and away from the families as it is. So, finding other people, because let's be honest, there's a lot of people out there that do really cool, really badass stuff.
Yep.
So if you're one of those people and you think you got a rock star story, hit us up. Let's see if we can get it on Humanimal and how we make that work. We are open to that 1,000%.
Yeah, we're done holding stuff to the vest here. We're an open book, and we just want to have fun with this and keep growing. So,
Code, what's yours? Hit us up.
I love building out the stories. The stories are fun for me, but also, that everything is self-contained as well. So if you're looking for something, you're like, hey, I want to learn something about hinge cutting, and your 1 acre story obviously has that, but they can go and just search the videos or search the articles and find these,
the archives.
in the archives on their own, so they don't have to keep going through stories to find it. So I just like building out that front, and then
explain that just real quick, Code. So if I go to the website and I just want to see nothing but hinge cutting, I can go into the article archive or the video archive and just type in hinge cutting.
Yeah, so obviously we have a search filter in there, so you just go to either one of those pages, and then at the top you can search between hunt, land, backcountry, whatever that, different categories. Usually there's 3 that we have, and you can find everything you want to know. Anything about food plotting, you can search by that, and everything comes up. And we have a lot that also just live in the archives that actually don't make it to stories. So make sure you're checking both, and I can almost guarantee there'll be something for everybody once you get there.
Yeah, honestly, I'm going to be a little different than you guys, but I love the experience you get when you go there.
Right.
Like, it's literally experience. Like, I'm not going to lie to you, I usually don't go to, like, specific websites really much anymore, but this, I find myself spending a lot of time. And one thing I feel like we're doing that I don't see a lot of is, take the Hambino story, for instance. I mean, we hung in the Tiny Dancer. I mean, how little was that tree? And we've, Casey and I wrote blogs on, like, literally hanging in cedar trees and, the best way to do them and still have a lot of cover. And, I mean, just little in-depth stuff like that that we take detail and pride in, that's my favorite part, is just that little detail stuff.
Well, it's an important thing that you touch on, because this is why I'm so excited for Humanimal U, but as much as everybody gets entertained over on the website, I think that we actually need to do our job and educate as well.
Yep.
Where we can, let's educate, because I'm the type of person, and Keegan, I know you're the same, I'm on a constant quest to learn more. Like, I always feel like I can be better. I might have been shooting a bow since I was 8 years old, but golly, every single year there's something I can do to make myself better when it comes to shooting a bow. So little stuff like that. And I think that's to your point, AB, is we try to go into those scenarios of how we do stuff, whether it's right or wrong and people love it or hate it. I really don't care. I'm going to share it with the world.
Yep.
And if you can pick something up from how we do it and what we do in the field that makes you better and opens up your opportunity to be more successful in the field, then we've done our job. And to me, that's worth everything.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%. Honestly, that's why I'm so excited when I say building out these stories, because everyone knows I'm a newbie. I don't know half this stuff. So even getting the content from you to build these stories out, I'm learning as we go based on the journey that we tell.
Yep.
And that's awesome, because I am a newbie trying to learn new things, and I'm doing it as we're building this together. So it's fun.
And I don't want everybody out there to think, like, I mean, we do throw the expert, we are trying to find the experts in the field for Humanimal U and all that stuff, but I don't want people to think that we're at the top of the mountain saying we're experts. We're just doing our daily life things in our scenarios, experience.
Bush savvy, man.
And we're just sharing that with you guys, and hopefully people can take little bits of that and really apply it to themselves.
Well, and in some way, shape, or form, everybody's an expert at something.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Everybody's an expert at something. So we just try to share our insights and our knowledge, because we spend – there's 365 days in a year. We spend 250 of those out there. So I like to think that we've learned a thing or two along the way. And like I said, if it makes somebody successful in the field and they picked up something that we've been able to show them, awesome.
Yep.
Because that's what I do. I pick shit up from other people all the time, try to implement it and try to learn it.
We
And
pick up stuff from each other. You
Get
know what I
there
mean?
quicker.
Like different stuff.
Yep, 100%.
So,
Yep. Get there quicker.
I'm excited for it, though.
Yep, I think the running theme is we are jacked to get the website out there. I think we're going to wrap up this
Content
episode.
hub.
Yep, content hub.
content
Yeah,
hub.
exactly.
It'll be
Stop
in the
saying
description, right?
Yeah, it's in the if anybody wants to check it out, it's in the description of the podcast notes here, and I guess where else? You're the social guy.
Yeah.
So where else?
All of your social medias. It's in every social description.
Instagram,
Facebook page,
everything. Yep.
Instagram, YouTube.
That's what I was going to say. We obviously have this, and this is our main source right now, but everything else still exists as well. We
Yep.
still have
Yeah.
YouTube, and actually some exciting news on the television side. In that
Yeah.
case, I don't know if you want to call that out or.
Yeah, so we are bumping, obviously with the advent of Humanimal, Rival Wild is going off the air. Doesn't mean we're going off the air. We're
No.
just bringing you different, same old storytelling that you get from us, the highly cool, fun, creative side that we like
Yep.
to do. But we are moving it off of Sportsman Channel, and we are moving everything over to Outdoor Channel. So Humanimal will air on Outdoor Channel Q3 and Q4. And then looking at Dropped as well. And we're still trying to figure out Dropped. It's a tough run right now just because of COVID and everything else. But looking at bringing an all-new Dropped back, which is super exciting. That will be on Outdoor Channel as well. So, yeah, any of the TV content, you can now find us over on the Outdoor Channel side.
Cool.
Is that it?
That's all I got.
Is that a
it.
wrap?
Yeah.
I got a bush latte calling my name. Everybody started to show up. We are just
I do want to say one thing. Thank you everybody out there listening for all the support over the years and everything we're doing. And appreciate it. We're trying to. This has been a long time coming. We've been working almost 2 years on this thing and finally can bring it to you. So thank you for everything you guys have done. So
And listen, go there, look at it. If it sucks, tell us it sucks and what sucks. And if you love it, tell us that too, because we're open to anything
or tell
and
a friend.
everything.
If you like it, tell a friend.
There you go.
know?
Yeah. If you like it, tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
Word of mouth.
Word
Great
of mouth.
advertising. Great advertising. Snowball.
Gorilla.
All right,
Okay.
sounds good. Let's sign off.
That's it. We're a wrap. IamHumanimal.com. Check it out.
Mama say it's a new day, son.